First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Yahweh is who this world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is who this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Ba'Hashem means in the name, Rakah means spirit, and Kodash means holy. And that's on the Paleo Hebrew. I also want to give double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Today's video, Lord willing, I can keep it straight and to the point. I wanted to go into how if there's any time to be on fire, it's right now. Okay, this actually was inspired through Apostle Tahar's video earlier today. He literally said that verbatim. He's like, hey, that's a title right there. That's a topic right there, right? One of your brothers go ahead, make a video about that. So here I am doing that. And Lord willing, it's edifying. So if there's any time to be on fire, it's right now. Now, why do I say that? The reason why is because when we look at the state of the world, when we look at what's happening, it looks like the end is getting near and near. And if you think about it as in a race, right? I think the scriptures actually go into how this truth is like a race. See if I can find that. Right, 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 24 says, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize, so run that ye may obtain. Right, and that race is going into seeking the kingdom of heaven, making it into the end, salvation. So, this walk is related to or symbolic as a race, and we're all running, trying to seek that prize. So when you're in a race and you see the finish line, what do you normally do? What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to put in all your effort to really cross that finish line, at maximum speed, as fast as possible. Same thing how they say in the world that champions are made in the fourth quarter, right, when things are at the end. So the same way we're seeing all these signs at the end come to pass, that means that we're supposed to turn it up ourselves also. Right now is the time. If there's any time to be on fire, it's right now, right, when shit's about to hit the fan. Right, because you've had brothers that have been, maybe lukewarm, mediocre, half in, half out for a couple years. Nobody really notices in these big camps, and they could just slide by. But seeing everything that's happening, you gotta put off that lukewarm spirit. You gotta try the hardest you can do. Right, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, and get to work. Right, because now is not the time to be lollygagging, right, being complacent, right. When you go into what Yahweh Shai told us, okay, he told us, feed my sheep, right. He gave us a strict commandment that's simple: feed my sheep. And there's no excuse to not be making a video every single day. If you got the knowledge, you got the understanding of the prophecies, you got the scriptures, there's no excuse, because there's literally something happening every single day. Okay, you pull up at the news, you got brothers posting clips. You go on Twitter, there's always something happening. Okay, and everything that's happening right now is prophecy. So we'll start with this. 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1, it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and while thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay, and that's the key point, is that we're supposed to be measuring the times diligently, right, which diligently goes into consistently, okay, every single day. And that's what we're doing by going into these prophecies and tying it with the news. Okay, and we know that we are towards the end because the prophecies that Yahweh Shai, all the other prophets said were going to take place are happening right now. Okay, and it actually goes into it right here in verse 3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Right, so it was already written. Okay, everything is already written. The story is already done. That's why when you go into the elect being saved, it goes into those that were predestinated. Right, it literally says that those that were predestinated. Before anything happened, it was already written that the elect were going to be the elect, and that the wicked were going to be the wicked. Salakia. So, same way with that, And all this right now that we're seeing with Trump, we're seeing with Putin, Iran, Israel, Palestine, all that right now, it's already written, and it's happening exactly how it's supposed to take place. So let's go actually to Matthew 24 and see what Yahushua said about this. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 5, it says, "For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Okay, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. We're seeing on a global scale, slowly but surely, World War III ensuing. Verse 7, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." Right, so, hey, we're starting to see those things, and hey, we haven't even seen famines hit on a global scale yet. I feel like that's what's going to be what really ticks off these Americans, is when they're not able to go to their McDonald's, their Burger Kings, their Wendy's, all these fast food chains, and get their quick fix. When they don't got food conveniently anymore, that's when I feel like, hey, people are really going to start rioting. Okay, people are going to really start trying to make a change. Okay, because I've noticed that, hey, these Americans, these Babylonians, it's very easy to keep them asleep. It's the same trick from back in Rome, bread and circus. Okay, when you go into what they were doing in Rome, it's called bread and circus. Pretty much the Roman government wanted to keep the people distracted from what was happening economically. So they threw like gladiator games, gladiator fights, like 290 days or 250 days of the entire year, every single day. And during these fights, they would throw out free bread, free fresh bread to the people in the stands so they can eat. So that's how they kept the people, completely distracted. Bread and circus, food and entertainment. So that same thing is here today. Okay, food, all these fast foods, you go on TV, you're on your phone, on social media, it's literally ads everywhere about food. Okay, social media, that's another distraction, right, which is part of that entertainment, right? All these basketball, soccer, hockey, there's a reason why every single time a soccer season ends, now it's basketball season, and then after that when it's hockey, it's a continuous cycle to keep you looped and distracted, to keep you pretty much zombified. So, hey, once they take away that key component, that food, that's when these Americans are really going to start turning. Things are really going to start ramping up. And that's going to be a big faith tester, is what are you going to do when you don't have no food, right? Do you really trust in the Lord that he's going to provide a miracle out of nowhere, to grant you what you need? That's going to be a massive test for many brothers and sisters out there. But I always say, the same way that the Lord said that he was going to bring all these curses and all this destruction, it's the same way he's going to bring the prophecies about salvation and taking care of his elect. Right? It says that in that day, his servant shall eat, his servant shall drink, his servant shall be merry, rejoice. So we ain't got nothing to worry about if we trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. But all these things are the beginning of sorrows, right? When we start seeing these things, it's just the beginning, right? It's only going to get worse. That's why when Yahushua said it in Luke chapter 12 and verse 49, it says, "I am come to send fire on the earth, and woe I if it be already kindled." Right? So Yahushua is coming back to judge these heathens, okay, starting with the Edomites, okay, bring judgment. And what will he if it's already on fire? So when he comes back, he said that, hey, this world is already going to be on fire. It's already going to be destroyed, right? Because, World War III, right? That's something that's actually going to take place. America against Russia, against Iran, eventually all of NATO, EU against America, right? When you go read Revelation 17, with the 10 horns burning the whore with fire, it's going to be something literally out of a movie. Literally out of like an Avengers movie, but without all those, actually I take that back. Literally an Avengers movie once the elect get that spiritual power. So let's go to Romans Luke chapter 21 and verse 28 says, "And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh." Right? So when we start seeing these things take place, these prophecies, we're supposed to be watching, right? Because we know that he's about to come literally right around the corner. And how it's looking, these prophecies are jumping out the page. You know, when you go into Habakkuk, the second chapter, oldie but a goodie, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2, and the Lord answered me and said, "Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." Right? So the vision, the prophecies, are for a specific time. Right? It's already written when it's going to take place. It says, "But at the end it shall speak and not lie." Right? And that's what we're seeing right now. We're at the end, and the prophecies are speaking. They're coming to place. They're taking action the same way they've been written. You know, they're not lying. It says, "Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." Right? So though it tarry, though it feels like it's taking forever, wait for it, right? Because it's definitely going to take place. Right? Scriptures say that the word of the Most High has been tried. You know, the Most High is not a liar. Everything that he said was going to happen is going to take place. Okay, and these people, you know, what's happening right now is Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. Right? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, he hasn't came down with that judgment instantaneously. So these people think that they can get away with shit. Okay, when you go to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 11 says, "Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil." Right? So just because Yahweh is not coming down with judgment instantly, these people think it's okay to be wicked. But they're going to have that, soon they're going to have that a rude awakening. So I don't want to be there. So if there's any time to be on fire, it's right now. You know, because the prophecies are literally jumping out the page. So I want to make a quick hit on that. Hopefully this was edifying. With that, I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of great millstone, that time of this truth. Shalom to you, like Shalom.